Well, good evening there, and welcome to issue number 48, and this issue concerns the Capricorn pig. And as you can see on the caption prior to the video, those are the dates you have to be in this star sign and Eastern and Western combination. Okay, so what have we got here with this character? We've got the wise, disciplined, tough but silent Capricorn meeting the very, very placid, easygoing, gentle pig. What sort of combination do you think that will give rise to? Well, you don't really find their character until they will start school. I mean, then their little character really will come through then. They will be not a problem as in the early years, you know, very easy to get on with, very easy to look after, not a problem at all, getting on well with other children, not overly loud, but then again, you know, reasonably quiet, but then the jolly pig makes them quite good fun as well. So they have a good collection of friends, and you know, then they're going to start school. So what character comes out? Well, the wisdom of the Capricorn normally wins through here, because being a little bit stronger on the Western side, this really does come through when they start mixing in bigger groups, and especially when they start doing some serious schooling. What will happen is this child will be great at mimicking, and I don't mean impressions of other people, but mimicking what situation they need to portray in what given situation. Say for instance, if they're with the tough kids in the playground, or you know, walking about, they can give it tough, but they can also mix with the geeks, and they can give it, you know, and get into technology, and they can get into talking about you know, the gentler side of life. They can. This is what they are. They're the chameleon. They're very, very clever at it. And I think it's a massively clever art where they can size up the situation very quickly, they're very wise, and then act accordingly. When they need to get their head down and study, they will, you know, get with a group where they can study, but they'll be really bang in the middle of the road here. They won't be great, but what I will say they'll be great at, they'll be great at getting through and assessing situations and making, boom, that's the course of action I need to do. I need to take this side today. Tomorrow might not be the same, they might take that side. So this is what they do, and this really creates their personality going into secondary school and in college life. If they choose to do that, they may possibly not. As I say, they're not massive academics. It really all depends there. It's more than likely that they won't, but they will know immediately that the attraction of power is what they want, and they associate with the people and get through to the places that they need to get through, and they're looking around the room. Say they're at a party, they will immediately know the person who is the most influential, and then they will be there, attached. You might find this unscrupulous, and the pig being very sort of pristine and very sort of upfront and very wanting to look on the surface as though, you know, they are the good citizen. Well, the Capricorn does as well, but the Capricorn also knows the value of climbing the ladder, and this they will do. Takes away a little bit from the pig's sort of easygoing nature as they get older, as they move into their 20s. A harder edged pig comes out, one that isn't so easy to talk to maybe, or not so willing for chatter. The pig likes to talk, and they like to socialise, and they do like to be friendly. I mean, they're naturally not a conflicted side at all. But the Capricorn here gives them a harder edge. You will notice this pig, because they will have 2 steps back and they will be a little quieter and maybe appearing a lot more serious and quite aggressive, possibly from a distance. So people feel a little bit reticent to approach these people, but the people who will approach them will be the people that they can use, and they are very clever at this. As I say, whatever field they choose to do, I would imagine you've got a bit of an entrepreneur here. You haven't got anybody who's going to be pinned down to one profession. They'll be very good with what's going to be current, fads, things that are coming along. They will be bang. They want to be first on it, and they want to know the people who are first on it. They can move around in businesses. They can close them down. They can start new ones up. This they're very adept at, and as I say, they get to know the right people. Call it mimicry, call it whatever you want, but I think it's fascinating. I think it's ultimately extremely clever. If you are a person that can offer them strength as well, they need to look up to whoever they're getting involved with, whether it's a business partner. They need to see how ruthless you are. The more ruthless you are, the greater respect you'll get from them, and you will have somebody that'll be a fantastic ally. So this person will be extremely loyal, especially in business senses. Affairs of the heart, well, that's another matter. I doubt that very much, because until they meet the right person, they'll be edging their bets a little, because they really don't know if you're going to go weak on them, if you're going to betray them in any way, shape or form. They need to see how strong and ruthless you are. If you manage to pull this off, then you've got somebody for life, and they really will. You will achieve so much with this combination. The Capricorn pig, there's so much they can achieve, and that won't be just in one field. They could be an entrepreneur, absolutely. They could be covering so many aspects, and you can have a fine life. The pig, yes, is renowned for being generous, but the Capricorn isn't. So you've got a balance here. Somebody who will walk about with a few bob on them, but they'll always have a few bob tucked away. They won't have it all on show, and possibly when they don't want to give the impression they've got no money, they will give that impression. So be willing to play along with them. There's going to be acts that they might have to put on to encourage clients or investments, whereas they might have the money, but they might not want their money to fail, so they will get other people to put it in. As I say, extremely clever. You really know what you're doing or what you're up against when you're courting or business partnering this combination. You've really got to have your head screwed on, because you could get trampled on and forgotten and walked over and left for dead, because hey, this is the nature. It's the toughest will survive. That's their opinion, and you get through however you get through. There's no grey areas there. You've got to get through to the next hurdle, and they do it. They do it fantastically well, which then makes them a fantastic provider. They're great providers for their families. You've always got something to eat on the table. You've got a roof over your head. You're looked after. Because they will get through anything you throw at them, and stick by these people. If they see you're strong, fantastic. They make their children strong too. Their children will be tough, and they'll be very streetwise early doors. So they make a fantastic parent. Showing people that life isn't all sugary and life isn't fantastic. They put it out there in real terms. So let's look at their best matches. Well, we have to look at the goat, because for all the goat's dreaminess and all the goat's sometimes fantastical and bohemian ways, they really are an entrepreneur deep down themselves. Very talented, can turn their hands to different things. So they will fascinate the Capricorn pig and how clever they are in certain situations as well, and they can act too. So that's a fantastic mixture. So let's go for the Piscean goat, let's go for the Taurian goat, the Virgo goat, and also the Scorpio goats will be fantastic matches. Security and money-wise, you're not going to go wrong with rabbits, because rabbits will equally put on the table what you're going to put on the table, and rest assured it will be very 50-50, very, very equal, and there will be a lot of respect, just how sort of you get things done, and a very professional attitude there. So let's look for the rabbits under the sign of Pisces, Taurian, Virgo, and also Scorpio. Brilliant match there. The people we would like to avoid if we're the Capricorn pig is all snakes, any snakes, because the snake, as smiling and as charming as they are, and as easygoing as they may seem to be, will give you a run for your money, and it may be one that you can't manipulate too easily. In fact, you probably met your match there, so steer clear of each other there, because it will end up just a battle. There'll be a battle over cutting the table in half, splitting things in half, you know, and when them two go to war, that's a big war. So please avoid each other, and also in business, you don't do business the same way. So equally excellent at obtaining money, but you wouldn't see eye to eye on so many different issues. So there we go. On health issues, well, the Capricorn pig is so strong. They don't tend to be a worrier, and they don't tend to imagine illness. They're very strong and very capable people, and I can see them living a long time into a right strong old age. Thank you for listening in, and please tune in to the next episode